I used to say I regret Singapore Idol.
And it reminds me that this is, after all, a singing competition.
And you have not developed that yet. Joakim, you look naturally good, but you sound naturally bad.
With Idol happening, it just brought my low self-esteem to a lowest point in life. Hello, it's Joakim Gomez, 987 producer, presenter, amongst the many other things that I do. And welcome to my therapy session, I call it. So as of filming this, it's currently the year 2023. It's 17 years since Singapore Idol. And today, I'll be sharing about how I became the most hated guy on Singapore Idol Season 2. What was your reaction when you first saw the TikTok of you on Singapore Idol? When I saw that video, my anxiety went up a little bit. I went, what's this doing on TikTok? Oh no! If I took part in Singapore Idol during the time of TikTok, I think I would have had it worse than I did back in 2006. So thankfully, people were saying that actually, this guy improved and he became a better host and a radio DJ. At least he found out what he was good at. So I was quite thankful the comments were alright. Here we go. How did your experience on Singapore Idol shape who you are today? Do you regret it? My journey on Singapore Idol was very interesting where, look, even I admit this, vocally I was not even strong at all. Even I'm surprised that I got into top 5. Watching videos of myself, I can understand why. I made it very easy for people that hate me on that show wondering, this guy's a terrible singer, why is he still there? Like, what's he doing in the show? I represented the just getting by through, back then, the looks thing. Whatever mistakes I made in my career so far, I made it when I was young. And I'm quite thankful that I did because it has humbled me, it has opened my eyes, and I matured a lot faster in this industry. I used to say I regret Singapore Idol, but honestly, now I don't. I consider it a baptism of fire. Oh, it's flowing out now. Hey! I got bubble tea voucher one. Joakim actually enjoyed the attention because bad news is better than no news. No man, this is a saying I disagree with. This bad news affected an 18-year-old me. You know, there was a point in time I wanted to stay home and not even leave my house. I mean, I would say I signed up for it, for Singapore Idol, but nah, I did not enjoy the attention at all, especially in such a negative light. I think I was a very different person back then at 18. I took part in Singapore Idol with very low self-esteem. With Idol happening, it just brought my low self-esteem to a lowest point in life. The comments got to me, people in public were like coming up to me and like saying, hey, you suck. I remember once I was walking by Orchard Road, this guy just threw a bottle at me and all that. So got into a few fights here and there. Thankfully, nothing too serious that made the news, so yeah. Okay, challenge ball. Please don't make me watch myself. Please don't make me watch myself. Okay, hang on. Name 3 comments from the judges you remembered till today. I actually can. Number 1, Dick Lee saying, it's like you're trying to do everything more like a performing monkey. That kickstarted a slew of monkey posters of me on Singapore Idol. People referencing me to that monkey and hey, somehow this monkey made it, right? The second one, Ken Lim. It was after the local category. So after that, he goes, can I have 5 seconds of silence from the audience, please? To me, that sounds better than your singing. Oh, wow! That's juicy television for the viewer, but for the person receiving it, wow, I was, okay, please get me out of the show. And the third one, so Florence Lian said, I think it's about time your fans or viewers allowed you a dignified exit out of Singapore Idol. It's strange, but it came from the same person who gave me the harshest comment, Ken Lim. I want to talk to you, Joakim. You have the drive, you have the correct attitude, but you need to have the requirements. You got to pay your dues as well. So for a contest like Singapore Idol, where it's primarily singing, right? Of course, I wasn't that good, but hopefully in the last 17 years, I've paid my dues. That's one trauma you can never get over. I wouldn't say trauma. It's more like a scar. It has healed, but it's there, like the scar on my neck, right? It's also a reminder. where if I ever get cocky, if I ever think I'm all that, I'll just remember my time on Singapore Idol going, you know how quickly this business can change. So don't get too cocky, don't get too arrogant. You went through that. I've gotten over it for sure. I mean, now I laugh and joke about it, but it took me some time. It took me close to about 4 to 5 years to be okay with the idea of, hey, I took part in Singapore Idol, and then another 5 going, okay, let's now go on 987 and show people what they can actually do and earn their respect. I don't need to earn your love, I just want to earn your respect. How do your parents react to the vitriol online and on TV? I was actually most worried about that, to be honest. Like, if you were to insult me, if you were to say things about me in my face or about me, I don't care. But if it's my parents, my friends, or even like my partner or whatsoever, if I were to have one, that will scare me because unfortunately, the industry that I've chosen to pursue my living and my career with, it's one that puts me on a public platform. If there's one thing that Singaporeans hate, it's public figures when they make the news, right? Whether good or bad, they'll just leave comments and say, who is this, who is that, you know? When that happened, I remember there was one video that was made into a GIF on Hardware Zone, where it was my dad celebrating that I got through to the top 12. He was seated next to my mom. My parents are divorced, by the way, but I was so happy they were able to put aside their differences and, you know, sit together as parents for me. Yay, mom and dad. But I think my dad got a bit too excited. His arms actually swung and hit my mom's left chest area. It became a meme. People were calling, oh, Joakim's father taking advantage. But I'm like, it's a clear accident, but it also taught me the importance of how people love to give their own narratives on social media, which you're seeing plenty of now on TikTok and on other platforms as well. But my dad and mom, they were my pillars. They kept going, don't worry, just go out there, do your thing, and wait till you get eliminated or see how far you can go. Do not give up. Open. Do you think current talent shows have work to do regarding how their participants are treated? I'm going to go with yes, because firstly, they had a job to do. They had to milk it. How do you milk your own content? And this is content as well as Singapore Idol. So they milked the fact that I was not the best singer around town and I was still advancing, right? To the point where, if you notice, there were a couple of trailers that said, remember, this is a singing competition, not about looks, so we're not going to show faces here. The trailer was a blank screen. Who was it targeted at? Me. So it generated so much of publicity and so much of hate and sentiment that people actually tuned in. Viewership for Singapore Idol won because you know how to stir public sentiment. They were smart with it. Joakim honestly thinks he should have won Singapore Idol. You crazy or what? No! After all that, no! Come on! React to yourself on Singapore Idol. If it's me singing the Friends theme song, please no. It is me singing the Friends theme song. Ah, shit. 4 minutes of pain, let's go.
Joakim Gomez. All right, Joakim, what's your favorite place in Singapore? It has to be the Esplanade.
Why did I sound like that? What in the world? It has to be the Esplanade. I'm crying. Oh my god. Oh my god, what was I doing? Ah! This is torture. Life was gonna be this way. And I'm gonna be away when the rain starts to fall. Can I forward now? Open. Oh yeah. There we go. Did you feel that you had more to prove when you became a radio DJ? Firstly, when it was announced I was joining 987 as a part-timer and then a full-timer, people were going, what? Joakim Gomez? You serious or what? You crazy or what? People in the office back then, they were like, are you sure? Like, do you know what you're doing? To our boss, Georgina Chang. She revealed this to me over lunch and I still hold her in very high regard, by the way. She said, when I was discussing having you on board 987, people were asking me, are you crazy? But I told them, you watch him. He will work very hard. I might not be the best radio DJ in town at all. I will never ever call myself that. But I want to be the hardest working one. and I think I am, with the mindset of, yeah, this is my second chance now at pursuing a dream. Let's not F it up. Going to work on 987 now is like going to play. We're two good friends, bantering on air. The laughter you hear me do on 987, right? Though some people hate my laughter, you must know that it's genuine. It comes from a real place. Do you think the image you have of yourself matches what others see you as? I didn't really like myself too much, to be honest with you. I hated myself for a time. I saw myself as a very broken person. It wasn't only until like 2018, 2017, where I said to myself, okay, you gotta stop stress eating, gotta take care of yourself now, gotta improve life. When I became 30, and I think it's got to do with maturity as well, I started to go, hey, I'm actually not a bad person. You know, I found my true identity and I know myself as a person well enough now to know that whatever you're seeing here, it's me. But the Joakim that I really, really love is for every single year, I get to do NDP. Another big reason why I'm in this industry is because of Gurmit Singh. Gurmit, I love you. If there wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here as well, because I remember being an 11-year-old kid watching at the old National Stadium. How did one man move 50,000 people to wave their hands left and right and do the wave? And I said to myself, one day I want to do just that. When I'm on that stage for 2 hours or even an hour or so, I just forget the real world and I just live in this, I'm living my dream fantasy. No, you know what's interesting? This happened last year when the crowd came in. When I told the P5 kids, we're going through the Marina Wave, because the platform, right? They thought wave was like wave. So they were waving their flags and I went, okay, something is different here because this has never happened before. Are you happy with where you are in life right now? Definitely. I focused so much on my career. I focused so much on being the best, or at least chasing being the best at what I do, because it always keeps me on my toes. Whatever I've done, whatever I'm going to do, I feel that I've earned it in a way, in my own personal opinion. I'm trying to not make too many mistakes publicly now. Singapore Idol will always be a reminder of how bad it could get. So that's why, not say I gotta be wholesome all the time, but like don't give people the opportunity to attack you, you know what I mean? Even doing this show also, it could be a bit scary. You never know what the comments would be like, right? So yeah, be kind.
So Joakim, how did that feel?
I'm glad I'm doing this interview now and not like 10 years ago when I'm 25, because I don't think I would have been ready to face myself that way yet. Turning 35 in a few weeks, depending on when this comes out, it actually felt that I've grown, I think. And I hope you see that as the viewer. And that was it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of For Real, For Real. If you liked it, please hit like and subscribe. And yeah, please tune in to 987 if you want to as well, because I'll be there for you. Take care. Bye-bye.